Well, kids, your pop-up done did it. 100,000 subscribers. Hit that yesterday. Obviously, I've been kind of paying attention to the numbers recently as we're getting closer up into the mid-90s and all that stuff. And a week ago, I had some friends come over and they bought a little bottle of whiskey. And like, hey, 100,000. We hung out. It was actually nice too because some friends I hadn't seen in a while, so it was nice to spend some time with them and their company. But it's kind of funny because 100,000 on YouTube is a milestone. You get your little check mark thing, I guess. You get your little play button deal or whatever. But honestly, with all of it, I kind of don't care that much. Like in my mind, what's the difference between 95,000 and 103,000? Other than 8,000, because I know there's going to be a math wizard out there somewhere who's going to put that in the comments, right? And for me, coming into the channel, setting all this stuff up, I never had a goal in mind in terms of subscribers. I was just happy that people were interested in watching this at all. In starting the journey, I never had any intention of doing full albums. And so the evolution of the channel itself, conversations with the community has been great, and doing live streams. And I've only done, one or two BSing with Bob, but meeting so many people from the community, Kevin and Connor, of course, going up and seeing them in Vancouver was fantastic, and interacting with Path and Little Terrestrial. And there's been so many people. Vernon Harris, I want to give a shout out to Vernon Harris. X from Houston, I'm going to give you a shout out too. Just so many people, and I feel bad for giving shout outs because then, of course, I forget all the other people I don't say. Anyway. And I've lost my train of thought, which is normal, I suppose. But I mean, for me, it's a hip hop journey. That's what it's been from the beginning. That's what it will continue to be. And the journey has evolved, of course, because as I am now a fan of hip hop and I enjoy the music so much, I think some of the novelty of this rocker who never listens to it reacting to an album has gone away. And, and that's fine. That's fair. But I have had goals that I feel like I have accomplished. In some of them are in secret. Some of them are a little bit more in the open. One of my goals is to show it's okay to be open-minded. It's okay to listen to new things. It's okay to challenge your own ideas and perceptions. And that if you do, typically, you'll become a better person through that. I think that's true. But more so, a big goal that I've had, something that has always kind of lurked in the back of my mind, something I've wanted to try and figure out, and I couldn't for years and years and years. And then the channel kind of became an accidental way of doing it. Is when I go to work, one of my mentalities has always been try to make someone else's day just a little bit better. Just a little bit better. I remember I used to work at a small power plant. And I was the control room guy, operator, and you're talking to other people with the radios, and they're doing testing. And I remember one day our electrician came in, and he had to do all these tests, and the tedious, annoying, takes forever, lots of radio communication back and forth. And when he walked in and he saw me, he was like, "Oh, I'm so glad it's you today." I'm so glad, because I was one of the guys, I'd always answer the radio. I wouldn't get cranky when there's stuff back and forth. It's just part of the job. And my idea was always, well, yeah, this sucks, but let's get through it and get it done, And so just that idea in general, I feel like there's so much toxicity on the internet, so much negativity, so much cynicism and sarcasm and just fucking jaded. And it's just, I hoped when making this channel, okay, maybe I can create this little just island of positivity, something to push back. And I think I've done that. I think you guys have also done that, because it's not something that I can do by myself. It's a whole community. And I think the community, have been fantastic. So that's been really great. And I really continue to hope that, as I make these videos and you guys watch them, somehow it makes your day better. Maybe I say something stupid about a verse. I totally misunderstand it, and I, screw it all up, and it's just ridiculous. Maybe, because of that, you laugh. Maybe I'm listening to a song that's beautiful or heartbreaking, and I help you cry, and we cry together, because I think that's an important thing to do too. I'm aware of this like epidemic of loneliness that's essentially happening right now. You see articles about it and YouTube videos about it, and just people who are alone and people who are lonely. And I can't relate to that. I can't fix that. I'm very blessed in having a wonderful and loving family. But I hope that those of you who maybe are lonely, maybe you do watch these videos and maybe it just helps a little, Because I think if I can do that, that's amazing. It's amazing. And so I appreciate that position and having that opportunity. And every now and then I'll get a message from somebody saying, oh, yeah, it's Friday and I'm getting off a long week and I'm going to go home and pop some beers and listen to Bob react to my favorite album. It's fucking cool. That's cool to me, man. It means a lot. It means way more than 100,000 or a play button or anything like that. It's far more important to me. And I guess that's it. It's a journey. It's 2.5 years in, roughly. Maybe a little bit less than that. But wherever it goes is where it goes. I'm still into it. Still very much enjoying the music. I'm still very much enjoying the interaction with the community. And hopefully, a couple more years at least. I've been trying to think of ways to kind of evolve the channel, because while reaction content I think will always be the bread and butter, it would be nice to move away from stuff that uses copyrighted material, something that allows me to make a little bit of money off of YouTube, because right now I don't really make shit, like $100 a month maybe off of YouTube, maybe 150. Thank you anyone who's been a patron at any point in time for kicking in a couple bucks and helping me out, because that has been life-changing. The Patreon money has been incredible. My son and I now have dirt bikes because of it. We've gotten to do a lot of amazing things because of that. So thank you, of course, always, patrons. And yeah, there you go, 100,000. It's really, honestly, it's kind of weird to stop and think about it. Every now and then my wife will say, that's bigger than this town or that town, or, oh yeah. That's a lot of people. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.